Somebody offered a pirated, cracked copy of Hogwarts Legacy, whatever, the new Harry Potter game or whatever. I've never been into Harry Potter very much. I've heard the game's fantastic. But even if I were into Harry Potter, I would not play the game. Sure, the developers are the ones that, really made it and blah, blah, blah. But guess what? The developers already got paid. Let me explain the chain of events to you. J.K. Rowling pays developers, basically, to create this game. So the developers already got their money. And now all of the money that's being made is going back to J.K. Rowling pretty much. I'm not supporting the developers by purchasing this game. I would be supporting J.K. Rowling. And even if I used a cracked copy of the game and pirated it, I would be contributing to J.K. Rowling's absolutely grotesque and disgusting belief system by reaffirming that I don't have a problem with it. By reaffirming that I don't care enough about J.K. Rowling's disgusting behavior to not play a game. So you play a game if you want, feel free. I would prefer it if you used a cracked or pirated copy rather than, paying for Hogwarts Legacy, whatever. If that's your thing, I'm not contributing to that shit. J.K. Rowling is basically Ben Shapiro, except in a more veiled way. She is a far-right nutcase. Okay, she believes all the same things that Ben Shapiro does about this stuff, and is actually friends with Ben Shapiro. She is friends with him. The things that she has said and done, the things that she's enabled, are evil. Straight up evil. So, cracked copy or not, pirated or not, I don't care. I want nothing to do with that disgusting mess of a human being. Anyway, thank you for the offer for the cracked copy, but that'll be a hard pass. That's going to be a no from me, dog. I just wanted to make that point very clear. I don't want anything to do with J.K. Rowling or anything she's produced, whether I like Harry Potter or not. She's disgusting. Most of the bullying I've seen is, hey, I'm disappointed, I'm unfollowing. I've had death threats for not liking JK. I'm not saying stuff has happened, but a few streamers have oversold the bullying they've received. Oh, absolutely, yes, 100%. That is one thing that the right absolutely specializes in. Overselling bullying that they receive. That being said, I don't believe that bullying is ever correct, but let me show you an interesting little cartoon that was released when Martin Luther King Jr. was alive. There's this comic that came out when Martin Luther King Jr. was alive, and it's a picture of Martin Luther King Jr. standing there talking to a reporter saying, I plan to lead another nonviolent march tomorrow. And the town is wrecked, right? There's, stuff all over the ground. A car is on fire, buildings on fire. Everything is a mess. Now, did Martin Luther King Jr. really leave things a mess like that? Of course not. We know better. This was just propaganda to destroy his good reputation to the best of their ability. And that is exactly what the right does today. It's the exact strategy. Back in the 1960s when there were still segregated bathrooms, there was a bathroom debate then, too, about whether or not we should allow black women into white bathrooms. You know what they said? They're not real women. They're animals. We can't trust them. Do you really want them around your children? The exact same arguments given about black people back then are given about trans people today. They're not real women. They're not real people. They're not worthy of being treated as human beings. Same arguments, different targets. Society's not moved forward, okay? They've just changed the target. Well, society has moved forward. Society's moved forward dramatically. Black people and white people drink from the same water fountains now, for one thing. But those same exact bigoted, hateful people are still around, saying the same shit. They're just saying it about different groups of people now. So don't let anybody fool you when they try to frame it up like this is a women's rights issue or just looking out for other people. No. This is a thinly veiled attempt to dehumanize people the exact same way they did 50 years ago. There's really no difference. After black people, it was gay people. After gay people, it was trans people. And now we seem to be rolling it back. It's gay people all over again. Just disgusting stuff, man. I would never support J.K. Rowling. Ever. The reason that they use these types of arguments through the decades, you know, black women aren't real women. They're animals. We can't let them in. The reason they say that about the trans community, they're not real women. We can't let them in. We have to protect our children. The reason they do that is because that is about as close as they will ever get to appealing to a moderate. That's as reasonable an argument as they can possibly come up with to appeal to people that are in the center. So they go with what they think will work. Just disgusting. No excuses for it.